Hi guys, and welcome back. I recently got a question from a member named Stan that was asking about his club being across the line at the top of the swing. So what I mean by this is the club is actually pointing to the right as he gets to the top of the swing, and he felt like he tried everything, just couldn't get that to be fixed. And I think a lot of people struggle with this, and that's a real problem because we're having to reroute that in the downswing. You've tried everything, you just can't seem to get it pointing on plane. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about two things that are really going to help with this. So first off, let's talk about why we don't want to have this pointing to the right. And if we can imagine, as we set up to this ball, we have a swing plane line that's coming from the hosel of our club up through the bottom of our elbow if we're looking from down the line. And that's basically where we want the club to be traveling as we're coming through contact and into the release, to be able to get that nice consistent ball flight and that well compressed shot. So if at the top of the swing, now we're all of a sudden we're going to the right, or a lot of times what I'll see is people going inside and then to the right. Well, now we're way off this plane and we're gonna have to drop that back down. Well, sometimes it drops a little too far and we get the club underneath. Sometimes it doesn't drop far enough and we're all coming in too steep, but we're constantly searching to get it just right, and it causes some problems. So the two things that I usually see when this is happening, I've put an alignment stick down here on the ground that's going to be toward my target in the distance. And as I set up this alignment stick, I want to make sure as my club's going back, it's parallel with this when it's about parallel with the ground. So as I'm going back in my takeaway, usually when someone's coming across the line at the top, they tend to drag the club inside and then it continues up to go to the right. So if I do my takeaway, what I should see is this club being parallel with this stick on the ground as my club is parallel with the ground. So now I'm in a good swing plane, and I can continue up that all the way into a good swing plane at the top. So I want to check this and do about 100 repetitions at first, making sure that I'm hitting that line. And I want to check with a camera from down the line, that way I'm sure that I'm doing the right motions. Now if you check on camera and you just keep on going to the inside like this, what I would focus on is keeping the hands inside and the club head working out. So you're going to feel like this, where the club is well outside the hands. And notice how the right wrist is much flatter. If I'm dragging the club inside, my right wrist is bending. Now I'm keeping that right wrist flat and the club head's outside. Now when you feel like this on camera and you check it, it's actually probably going to be pretty straight for you guys that really struggle getting it in there. So that's really going to help you out for the chronic people that really get the club inside. Now from there, as I go to the top, I have to make sure that my forearms and my elbow work in the right way. So a lot of times when someone's club is to the right, what I'll see is that elbow flying out away from the body, and you can see how that gets my club to the right. So this is probably pretty common for those people that are struggling with this. Watch what happens when I tuck my elbow in. Now my club's going to be much more on plane. So what I want to have happen is I want my elbow to be pointing down to the ground as I rotate back. Also, another way to feel this, which is a little bit easier, is if you put your hands together like you're clapping. I'm going to imagine that swing plane line here again. As I go to the top, my hands need to rotate until my palms are kind of parallel with that swing plane line. It looks something like this. So if I'm going across the line, my hands are going to be more like this, where they're not in line with that. I've got to rotate, just like I'm turning a steering wheel to the right, I got to rotate those hands, and then as I'm coming through, I rotate them the other way to go ahead and release that shot. That's really going to help you to get that feeling. So get 100 repetitions in doing that same thing. So 100 reps takeaway, and then 100 reps as I go to the top. I'm going to feel that my elbow's down and my hands are rotating to get this club on plane. Once I've done those 100 reps, I'm going to go ahead and take it out to the course, 100 reps with each of them. I'm going to take it out to the course, and I'm going to try to put together a nice full swing where I'm swinging on plane, back and through. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. All right, dead straight toward the flag. Didn't move an inch. Hopefully I was pretty well on plane. Go ahead and work hard, guys. Good luck, and I'll see y'all soon. All right, guys, so I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and click the like button now. That really helps us to grow the channel, to get more popular, and to be able to create some more content for you guys. Also, click the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified when we have our latest, greatest videos. We're going to be focusing a lot on getting more distance in the future, so you don't want to miss out on those videos. As a bonus for you guys today, I'm going to go over the #1 lag mistake in a video that's coming up here in a second. I'm going to play a preview of that video. Go ahead and click the link that pops up in the screen or down below in the description. You'll be able to get instant access to that video so you can start picking up some more distance right now. Plus, you're going to get 5 bonus videos on top of that. So good luck to you guys. I'll see y'all in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see, and in this drill what we're going to do is we're going to set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're going to try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm going to talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also going to give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building the lag in the golf swing. So what we want to do is throughout the swing, I want to have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not going to set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only going to max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a three-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be. I want to use the full length of this club to build lag and then release lag.